Hello, welcome to 13 Moons Oracle. My name is JC, Jade Crystal. I am a ancient priestess, clairvoyant, prophetess, healer, Akashic Records keeper. And I am doing day 6 of the Lionsgate Portal Cosmic Activations. And today we're looking at what blessings are incoming for you. What blessings are incoming? What miracles are activating for you? What are you manifesting? I have already prayed over the cards and consecrated the space. I'm trying to make the readings a little bit shorter because I know your time is valuable. And let's begin. So these cards are from the Lemurian Oracle, and I like to separate out the elements. So let's do that. Choose an element for you. So this is a collective reading. Make sure you take what sticks and what does not. Anything that doesn't resonate, don't try to make it fit. Earth Star Chakra. And now, any chakras that need work or support to manifest in the highest blessings for the collective. The high heart, the heart chakra, and the sacral chakra. I'm going to save the element for a while. So what blessings are incoming for you? What is manifesting for you? So the Lionsgate Portal would have either activated a rebirth for you, or you have just come, or like you're just in the end period of a rebirth that you have already been experiencing. And it's totally rewired your ego, your pride, the way you look at leadership, and the way you show up in the world. And I'm actually seeing this as a white stag, so you're being highly blessed from the spiritual realms. Your good karma is coming in. You have won. You have crossed your tests of integrity, and you have anchored back into your divinity and your sovereignty, which is just going to help everything that you're doing. It's going to help the way that you communicate. It's going to help the way that the types of community that you attract. I keep hearing legacy. It's what you are leaving behind, but also what you came here to do. And it's almost like it's just pouring out of you right now. I just feel so in tune and so connected. Almost floaty. I'd almost want to ground a little bit in that. And you're really balanced in your Earth Star Chakra. So I always, from this Lemurian deck, I like to pull an Earth Star, a Soul Star, to see which one we should be focusing on, bringing into balance, and then pulling some other chakras, and then an element. So all of this, the Earth Star Chakra is encoded with your soul contract and why you came to this planet. And when you combine it to the high heart chakra, you start to bring in divine resources into your physical experience that you didn't have before. And so what is the high heart? The high heart is when you start to care about everybody, the community, not just you. So when you manifest for yourself, you're also looking at the bigger picture of, if I manifest this for myself, how can I manifest more for others? How can I share? How can I contribute to the greater good of the whole? And it's an expansion of your heart. And that's a way that you know, when your thinking starts to shift to that, that's the way that you know that you have done so much heart chakra healing that you've been able to activate back into the high heart. And when you activate back into the high heart, your divine timing activates and your destiny codes activate, and you start really living in alignment with who you are. And that becomes authentic expression, which is tied to the sacral chakra. But the authentic expression can only come out of you when your sacral chakra is brought into balance with your heart. So what does that also mean? That also means that your sexual energy is connected to your heart. So one of the corruptions of pornography is that it disconnects your heart from your sexual energy, and things become objects, or sacred becomes desecrated. And that's kind of how the energetics play out in that belief system, in that thread of patterning. So when you start to come back into balance and you really start to honor your heart, and you maybe meet your soul and you see how beautiful your soul is, and you just start to not criticize yourself, not attack yourself, you start to work on your anger, you start to work on bringing more joy into your frequency, you start to enjoy life, even romanticize it a little bit, and just bring in pleasure. You don't abuse your body anymore with toxins or poor habits, and you really start to love yourself. Your sacral chakra will begin to heal, okay? And it will tie your sexuality back into your heart chakra. And your sexual energy is also your creative energy. So what happens is, in all of your projects, this is what I'm seeing, this is your blessing, this is what you've been doing. And you've been interweaving this little dance of healing and this dance of reconnection and activation, and it's going to start to shine through in your purpose. People are just going to be magnetized to you. Opportunities are going to be magnetized to you. You're just going to know what to do in your field of work and whatever you do on the day-to-day. And then that will also, of course, flood out into your interpersonal relationships, right? And that's the blessing of the stag as well, is like making it to the mountaintop, like the celebration of like, you did it. The thing that you envisioned and set out to meet, the goal, you did it, you won. It's like a celebration. Also might be connection to fairies here because of the stag, connections to Diana. What is Diana? And then I was holding those cards all the time, the High Priestess and the Cow. So that is also the epitome of balancing everything in your auric field as well as in your physical environment with your Akashic records. So the souls I'm talking to are extremely ancient, and you're coming out of this haze and this fog that could have been from too much trauma from past lives, or too much trauma from the karmic debts that you owed from your own life. And so a lot of you, like, I'm just hearing so much cheering and celebration from your guides, your spiritual realms, because of how much work you've done to bring everything together. You're using your clairvoyancy to enhance your life, but you're also using that to enhance the life of others. And you just have this completely new flow coming out of you. And I see that your rebirth was from an extremely, like, you've really been through it. Like, you always were a starseed, and you had that purity in heart. We all do. It doesn't matter what we do. If we repent, if we come back to divinity, we can be forgiven. It can be rewritten, because the best apology is never making that mistake again. That's been coming up a lot for me this week, that quote. So you came out of like a really dark side of yourself, and it's like a whole new state of being. Like, people that knew you a few years ago wouldn't even recognize you now. Wow. And you're really learning discernment. So you just don't let people tell you what to do. You don't ask for permission. You don't need validation. But you're not causing drama, and you're not doing it maliciously. It's all about like the honing of your frequency and keeping yourself on the best possible frequency to invite in abundance. And that's the blessings coming to you: abundance, nourishment. What you've been asking for is being received. The visions that you've held, some of you for decades, is coming to fruition now. Your divine timing has come in now. And how do you find it? You follow your joy. Okay? Joy in the expression of yourself. Joy in divine sexual nature. Everything in moderation, nothing perverse. Like, true sexuality, true sensuality. Creator made us as a man and a woman to connect that way. That's just the way we were made. And just playing with that, playing in the harmony and the frequency of whatever polarity you decide you resonate with, feminine or masculine, that you decide that. Okay? But there's the receiver and there's the giver, right? It's the magnet and the electricity. It all works together. And when you start to play with that and allow yourself to enjoy life, allow yourself to forgive yourself. You made mistakes, but you have the skills now. You have the tools to rebuild whatever it is you might have lost from those mistakes. And you'll build it back even better. Sometimes it's like you release something on your computer, it's so annoying, you're like, oh. But then you're like, redo it, and it's like even better than before, right? So, let's see. Blessings are coming down for our collective here. Jeez. This fell right out of there. Tekla, the prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all times, all places, and I own. So the lion might be very important to you. This is obviously the Lion Gates portal. Tekla is one of the guides helping you. I call back my power from all times and all places. I am my own. Do you see the golden light around here? I've been talking a lot about golden light coming through in my readings. And the lion with the green eyes, the emerald green eyes. So emerald green, gold might be significant to you. But you've been awake for a long time. Teenage years. You had your awakening when you were children. And you have a strong connection to animals. So right now, lions are your sign. And lions are also a sign of the need for courage and bravery. But they're also the sign, again, of victory, strength, overcoming, rising to the top. So for lots of you, that's the blessings coming through. Your devotion, your sovereignty has called in this beautiful energy to you. This beautiful holy fire. And then wherever you go, that holy fire touches other people and wakes them up as well. With the love, the unconditional love that we came from. Just make sure you're calling back your power. This is to do with the Akashic records as well. See, prophetess. So your sight, your vision is very important right now. Make sure you follow it, but you've already been honing that in. Like when people have been like telling you to do stuff in the physical, and then your gut and your visions and everything have been like, no, I'm going to do it this way. It's not led you astray at all. And we've had a pretty tough 5 years from the physical date, earth date of this filming, even though these readings are timeless. So whenever you find this, it's activating in your field. Then we have Fatima, mother of Amas. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Love the hand of Fatima. Words away evil eye. It's just so powerful and full of love. Purity. So drenched in the Holy Spirit. I love that symbol. And gratitude. Gratitude is your superpower right now. You can always find 10 things in the moment to be grateful for. And then why are you grateful for those? And try not to repeat things. Try to find new things. But this is just, these are calls and reminders. Keep calling back your power. And love is your gift. Gratitude is your religion. People are starving for unconditional love of divine source. So smile at people. Talk to them. When you have enough energy, don't deplete yourself. Don't burn yourself out. Watch for that too, because as readers we are. But you will find yourself nourished from these moments. Creator will speak to you through this. Be in gratitude. Be in love. And let it just pour out of you. That is your power. That is a blessing coming to you. That's why you had the white stag. It's all the activations. Your high heart is interwoven into your heart chakra and it's being expressed through all that you are. And that's going to come out in the physical. And that's only going to gravitate people to you, opportunities to you. People are just going to drink it up. Some people will get triggered, but the trigger will be less now. You know, you've gone through that. Another poetess. So the word. I love every inch of my body and I love the women in my life fiercely, but also, how are you expressing your art? Your word is important. I chose the blue crystal today. Angara, I think it's Angara glass. How are you expressing this love that's coming through you too, it wants an art form. It wants an outlet. So the more that you can figure out art, whether that's cinematography, actual painting, drawing, don't worry about if the art is marketable. Just connect to divinity and do it. When I sing, that's one of my forms of art. I connect my heart to divinity, and then I just let it pour out, and I just let that time with Creator fill me up and sustain me and renew me, because it will charge you up like a battery. We have those crystalline coils inside of us, Shiva and Shakti, all through our spine. And the more that you care for your body in the way that I'm already seeing that you have been caring for your body and your health, the more that those are charged up. Like the better shape that your machinery is in, the more spiritual juice it will give, take, receive, right? So express yourself and care for yourself and love your body. Love every inch of it. Look in the mirror and say, I love you. Your very existence is a gift to me. It's my favorite affirmation. You hear me say it a lot. And Emma Caruso, the goddess of light. We're all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. And she also is about just full transparency, full authenticity. Like, this is me, take it or leave it. I'm not for everybody. I might not be for you, but this is who I am. And I love you fiercely. But don't mess with me. Don't harm me. Don't overtake from me. Don't be selfish and greedy. It's this like confidence of loving, like, don't do that, but I love you. And you have unlimited drink and unlimited access as long as you treat it right. That's what her energy says. And then also just looking at the mirrors in front of you. What are your current relationships reflecting back to you right now? What have they been reflecting lately? Have they been reflecting confusion? Darkness? Sometimes it reflects our polar opposite, right? It's a reflection, it's an inverse. So that we can see where we're still holding on to the shadow places. So we can decide what needs to be cleared. Let's check on that note. Let's check with Callie, see what shadow might need to be addressed. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. She's so beautiful. Mahakali. You can trust what is happening now will give way to a new expression when the time is right. The right time will be the best time, when your readiness matches the requirements for success. Attend to your work with determination and hope in your heart. Trust that the divine is taking care of everything else. Your progress is spiritually protected. So your progress is spiritually protected, your past spiritually protected, your mistakes are spiritually protected. Just bubble yourself out. I know sometimes in these rebirth transition periods, it can feel really daunting, especially right before the end, you're exhausted and you don't really know what's going on because the things you used to like, you don't really love anymore and you're not really drawn to. But the new hasn't really fully landed either. And then you kind of can be in crisis and be like, oh my gosh, am I like going insane? Am I like, what is happening here? Am I not going to like anything ever again? And you can kind of feel that suction, I call it. But just hang 10, stick to the plan. Because right before these rebirths, if you're tuned in, if you're meditating, if you're tapped in, if you're just experiencing, even if you just go out in nature, walking meditation, whatever your form of meditation is, art, language, singing. But anyway, if you're connected to divinity, you will get a download of a plan. You will get a download of the map right before you go into that section, like all of that, all of the challenges and the tumult. And if you can just stick to the plan, whenever it gets tough, whenever it gets hard, you're going to just make it. Now, this is the thing, though, you're spiritually protected right now, so even if you resist things or you don't miss a mark, miss a turn, you are being provided back with that opportunity and that detour just from the purity and the devotion that you've had. I'm calling back all of your power from emitting a pure frequency of love and joy that is literally bringing sustenance to mass amounts of our population right now. Okay, let's see what blessings are incoming. Earth Star Chakra. So what blessings are incoming to you? Purpose here. Da, 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 da. What was this? Oh, and this is all about waiting on divine timing. So patience. And understand that even no matter what is happening right now, everything's happening for you and in your favor. It's working out 1,000 million, 100 bazillion times better than you ever thought. Okay. Time to detach. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Oh, I said time to detach, but time to decide. So both. Maybe you're holding on a little too tight to the past. Sometimes we hold on because we don't know where we're going and it's a little bit scary, but this is the freedom you prayed for. Okay. You need some energy healing. So whether you can administer your own energy healing, but I do believe you need to connect to some like-minded people. So you may actually need to allow yourself to be healed. Okay. And you might receive a big connection and blessing from that, because that's what this reading is about, right? Depends on how you approach it. Builder, and you're building something. Maybe you're building something up in your career. Maybe you're trying to take the next steps and you're using these spiritual building blocks to go. Merging the spirit with the physical has been a huge theme for a certain part of the collective that resonates with the same rays as me. So maybe you're just building a great vision. Yeah, remember I had said that at the beginning? You're building a great vision. That vision you had in your mind, it's manifesting in real time, and it's also like, whoa, it's kind of freaking you out a little bit. And then for those of you that it's just started and that this is coming, don't let it throw you. You're okay. You've got this. You wanted this. You overseeded this vision in your heart and your mind from Creator because you could handle it. You have the spiritual wisdom and tools. That's also what this is. You're a powerful master healer. You know how to renew yourself and revive yourself, and you're using that right now to help others and to build this vision. And even some of you have come out a little bit of like what they would call the more trendy spiritual path now, to build a little bit more in the matrix and the physical. But you're going to totally do it in such a different way that everyone's going to be blown away by the time this manifests. They're going to be like, whoa, I never even thought of that. Was so genius. And you will be doing it differently. You will not be just an opulent consumer, dulled out. It will be you making big waves with your resources in matters that really have moved you for a long time, things you haven't liked about the world. And then with the access to your Akashic records now, you've been like, why are we even doing it this way? We could do it so much better. We did it so much better. Our ancestors, they had a lot, they knew a lot of what was going on. They just want us to think they didn't. Desecrate the sacred, desecrate the sacred. That's been the name of the game lately. So make sure you're not desecrating the sacred. You are sacred. Don't desecrate your own physical body. Don't desecrate your soul. Call your soul back in and see what your soul needs. You might have some sadness there at first. There might be some things. Most of you would have already worked on that, would have been part of your rebirth. But for some of you, you're still doing some habits. That might be where you're leaking energy and blocking your blessings. Step into your power. So this is the second one of calling back your power. So where are you still giving power to other people? Okay, like it's like I was planning my birthday with my friends, and one of my friends has a birthday near me, and it was just felt chaotic. And it was like, what do I want to do for my birthday? I have decided that every birthday of this decade, I will be celebrating myself. So like, what do I want to do? And I called my power back. I'm not going to ask anybody. Like when everyone has different preferences, including myself. And you just kind of have to honor that sometimes. Like, it's like, I don't want to disrupt what you're doing, and I want you to enjoy your birthday, but I don't really like those things, and I'm not going to do things I don't like on my birthday. You know, it's just like, celebrate yourself, call your power back. And I would never intentionally want to offend anybody or hurt anybody, but I'm also not going to ask your permission to live my life, change my mind, or make decisions that bring me joy and protect my health, no matter who you are. So maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to look at that. Don't ask for permission, right? Don't ask for permission. And you teach others that they don't have to ask for permission either. That everyone can do what they want to do, and it doesn't have to be a fight. It can just be a difference of opinion. Difference of preference. Go deeper. Scorpio, Aries, double Aries might stand out to you. New moon. Just had a full moon in Aquarius at the time of this filming. But you need to go deeper. Step into your power, go deeper. You've taken your power back at varying levels, but there's some deeper stuff you need to go and take your power back from. Who do you still love that you won't let go of? What are you still resenting or hoping would have worked out for you? Go deeper to cool your emotions. Allow yourself to feel it, identify it, name it. Integrate it into the light. See what your element was. Water. So it might be actually a really emotional time for you right now. You're having a really emotional time, but it's also a call. Oh, see, and like the Rose Priestess path is waking up right now. And I've been so called to just have white roses around me all the time. Also, it's birthday month, so I might as well buy white roses every day. Why? Or every week at least. Why not have an excuse? But that's the activation, right? It's so interesting to me when people go to these ancient temple sites and everything, and they're the men are all blown away about like how it was built and how all that stuff got there, and it was like, oh my gosh, like there was divine light and energy and frequency running all through that. It was alive. It was brought there by that. It's just funny, but that's kind of what you're learning right now, is the integration of the spiritual. Like, think, okay, we start our life in water. Water's the life source of life, even in our physical incarnation, right? And then we started in Lemuria with water and sound. And this is what you're reharnessing. You are opening back your Akashics to reharness the frequency of water and sound and divinity, all combined as one. And so make sure you speak over your water, pray over your water. I think I've mentioned this before, but I have little mats that I've written down words, and I'll put my glass on top of that, so then it's like automatically programming if I forget or don't have time. And then you might identify with the priestess path there. I'm seeing purple, blue, pink, white. So different lineages of rose priestesses are waking up, and I'm going to do a rose priestess message to it as one of the cosmic activations. The sacred geometry of a rose heals you. The scent of a rose heals you. Just having that frequency by your bed, where you can wake up and see it in the morning. Sacred geometry, the flowers will heal you, especially if you're going through any grief or heartache. So a lot of souls leaving the planet right now. I noticed too for light workers, so you might be, and if you are, I'm so sorry for your loss right now. A lot of souls might be leaving the planet right now, so you're doing some deep grieving, but I can also see that you're learning about how this changes. So you actually have, you actually start to establish the relationship when our family members go to the other side. You're establishing that energetic relationship as well as missing them, the physical and grieving them, of course. But you're almost establishing a new relationship with the crossover of souls. It's reactivating for you from your origins. So with the timelines that just healed in a lot of the ancient civilizations that power was stripped from to control these times, a lot of you are waking up and remembering this. You're remembering your star lineages. You're going back. I did a reading at I think it was day 1. You're going back and you're visiting your star families, your home planets, like your actual home planets. You've been traveling for a while. You wanted to learn a lot, and you went to many planets to do that. But nothing quite like Earth out there yet. So really getting clear to the universe about what it is that you want, so that these blessings that are coming through, the path can be made for you. That you are living in gratitude and love and knowing that you deserve it. Your worth. I love every inch of my body, but like, Your body encapsulates all of it. Your mental body, your emotional body, your spiritual body. So you're loving all parts of you. Calling back your power, and then you're stepping into your power, unafraid to show it, not asking for outside validation, not asking for permission, but not being egotistical and walking over people either. We know you know better. Be clear. Is there anything else we need to know for this collective before I close up this reading? Any more blessings coming in they need to know about? And frequencies they need to align with too. Thank you. To make a better connection to their soul contracts, their Earth Star, Tara sensitivity. All right. Split the deck. Compassion and quiet time. All right. Let's go backwards. Oh, double Tara. Double Tara, so that is the highest order of blessings. Like, remember I just talked about the astral planes and then going back to your home planet? Like, you are also, like, the people finding this, you're ancient souls. Like, you have been here for a while. You are anchoring a frequency that is so ancient and so nourishing to this planet, but it means that you had a heavy load. And so there's a lot of energy coming in to lift that burdens off of you. An activation of clean karma, a transferring of the load to the next wave of souls, so we don't have to carry as much, because we opened it so that more powerful souls could come through unhindered with amnesia and the matrix and all of those things. So my cat's been so cuddly today. She goes outside because it's a rainy day and she's get cold and she wants to cuddle, so she might come in. But you also need to honor your sensitivity. So where do you need to avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, chemicals? That came up earlier too. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. But if you're going through that loss, you just might be leaning into some crutches a little bit more. So see if you can go into your emotions and regulate your emotions first, so then you don't lean into any of the crutches that are disrupting your sensitivity or your vessel or the hard work that you've done. And you also ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, especially divine feminines. I feel like, oh no, that's not true. Divine masculines do it too. When they're wounded, they will not take help and they'll be so stubborn. Like, the people in our lives right now, like, there was a time maybe that trust, it was harder, but there's so many people waking up right now. There's so many people, Akashic record activations and just divinity rising, that it's so, like, people want to help you. People want to help each other, and that's how they show their love. So can you receive that? Are you being stubborn? Are you trying to do everything yourself? Stop that. We love you, but stop that. No judgment, but don't do that anymore. And then that might allow you to rest and not be so burnt out. And then you'll be able to honor your sensitivity better. Okay? Purification, so you need a detox. I know even me, like, the angels are even talking to me right now. They're screaming, like, media detox. The media is so toxic right now. Oh my gosh, the doom scrolling and just the things on there. Like, and then if you are scrolling, try to put a timer on it, and also purify your feed. Get out anything that doesn't make you feel good about yourself, anything that makes you feel unworthy, anything that makes you feel stuck, because like, I will never be like that or whatever. Like, get that out of the feed. And then you could take it one step further, purify your body. I've been making a lot of teas. It's summertime where I am at the time of this filming. So I've been making a lot of teas, getting fresh fruits, vegetables, to eat fresh salads for my meals. Felt so good. I had a tomato salad tonight. It was so delicious. Just a little sea salt and apple cider vinegar. It was so good and refreshing. So you gotta, sorry, it's always an invitation. I'm just bossy in my languaging. Sorry about that. But it would be best for you if you could nourish your body. And also, there's been like maybe have been a strictness and a rigidity that you've had to going towards your goals, because you need that discipline to be built, but you can also trust yourself to have that discipline now, and you can go a little bit off of your macros and your diet a little bit, like allow yourself to relax, okay? And make sure you come back to it, but allow yourself to relax sometimes. It's okay, but try to stay away from processed food. Try to stay away from toxins. Like, reward yourself with fruit. Reward yourself with, like, pure things that are still delicious. Whole foods. Okay, and then some of you, I said, some of the collective right now, you're grieving. You've got some loss going on. There's some toxic things being pulled from your life as well. It's been harder for you to let go, some breakups and things like that, because they sold is about that, breakups and healing from them. And then here's that flower aspect again, flower frequencies, lotus, that's going to heal you. So get out in nature or bring flowers into your home, bring sacred geometry into your home. That's why nature heals you. It activates Christ consciousness, it activates the Holy Spirit, and it has all that sacred geometry out there. So you have so much support in detoxifying your system and help around you and honoring your sensitivity. Just ask, lean in, ask your guides to mentor you. Ask them. Say, mentor me, please. I'm willing to receive this help. Okay? And compassion. All of this is breaking your heart open even more to bring through that frequency of love and joy. That's why it's like, go deeper. Don't be afraid. Get right into that grief. Get right into anything that needs to be healed. And feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. So you'll need that quiet time together. Make sure you're taking it. I know there's been some disruption patterns in the web lately, and it's been harder to meditate, yoga, do the things. But try to lean into those practices and meet yourself where you're at, even if you can only do them for a little less time than you normally do. And just keep doing them. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Download the plan and stick to the plan. So if those of you haven't started your rebirth yet, but you found this reading and it resonates with you, download the plan and then stick to the plan, okay? And there's no need to worry. Everything's working out beautifully. Remember, everything is working out in your favor. Okay, last one. Let's get a wealth activation card, cosmic wealth activation. Basics of Lion Gate portal blessings that are coming to this collective. 2 came up, so we'll do 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. 11, 11. Oh, really important. 8, 1, 1, 7, 7, 7, 7. My soul came into the life to experience limitless abundance. My soul came into this life to experience limitless abundance. We did. We came back to convert corrupted things to love. And in that we find abundance. So, you know, I used to be one of them. I used to, okay, I want $1 million. I want to be a millionaire, da, da, da. You don't have to have $1 million to feel like that. And to feel your abundance and your wealth. So embody that now. Embody that now. And if you're already doing it, that's your like sign, your thumbs up from the universe. Keep going, because that's working and it's calling in abundance too. That's the outpouring of abundance. Look how beautiful everything is in this element card. Look how she's so happy, sustained. She has everything she needs, and it is so gorgeous, natural. That's what you're stepping into. Look at that heart activated, open, woven into the high heart, grounded from the earth star chakra all the way up to the soul star chakra. I'm open to receiving the boundless wealth of the cosmos. See, opening yourself up, connecting. Rooted earth star to soul star. Beautiful. Well, that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you open your arms right now and hold them up to the heavens and just say, I'm open to receiving this abundance frequencies, this wealth from the cosmos. I'm open to receiving all this healing, these readings, this activation today. Everything I talked about, if it resonates with you, then it's activating within you, helping to close the circuits, close the loops, or helping to remove any blocks that have been holding this back and delaying these blessings coming in for you. The love and compassion you've given out is coming back to you. The way that you have let others lean on you is being mirrored back. You just allow yourself to receive it. Honor yourself. Honor all that you've done. Honor who you are. Honor the contributions you've made to energetically to the collective with all the things that you've healed and all the space that you've held, all the challenges that you have overcome, lived through, endured, all that darkness. I love you. If you want to book this is a collective reading, of course, so just take what's stuck and what resonates. And if you want to book a private reading with me, all the links are in the description below. I love you. Have a good one.